Heavy fighting erupted between Fano groups and Ethiopian military in the Oromia region, reportedly. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. Two main news stories in this video. Firstly, fighting between Fano and military, not in Amhara, but in the Oromia region. Where did it happen? Who suffered losses? Secondly, PM Abiy delivered a speech at the parliament warning about the likelihood of eruption of new conflict in Tigray. He urged religious leaders, businessmen, others to intervene to avert the war. Now, Tigray Orthodox Church elders have issued a statement and they have sent a delegation to Addis Ababa. For me, the statement issued by Orthodox Church of Tigray is very disappointing. Let's have a look at this news story first. Imam Abiy, when delivered a speech at the parliament, raised alarm about the gravity of situation, saying that if there is no intervention, another war could erupt. People of Tigray suffered a lot in the past too, and if a new war erupts, that could be deadlier than the previous war. He urged in his speech, he urged religious leaders to intervene. He urged investors, scholars, etc. Now, Tigray Orthodox Church has sent a delegation to Addis Ababa, firstly. Secondly, it has issued a statement. Abiy did not address just Orthodox Church elders. He asked religious elders. He asked Orthodox Church elders, Muslim religious personalities, others to unite and to intervene, to de-escalate, to put an end to the ongoing tension between Tigray and federal government. Tigray Orthodox Church, instead of creating unity in Tigray, unity among different religions and faiths, issued a statement and sent a delegation to Addis Ababa. Orthodox Church, in its statement, criticized Ethiopian Prime Minister, saying that the Prime Minister's speech did not take into account the economic and social problems being faced by the people of Tigray. That there are issues in Tigray which are being neglected, including issue of return of IDPs, etc. And then the church sent a delegation to Addis Ababa. What can this delegation achieve? Nothing. Because when you issue a statement in advance, a statement which is not neutral, it means you have lost the role as a neutral mediator. Secondly, Orthodox Church should have talked to Muslim leaders in Tigray and others. And all religious leaders of Tigray should have issued a joint statement. But Muslim religious leaders are not happy with the government in Tigray because of what happened in Aksum, where Muslim students have been out of schools for 8 months. Female students were not allowed to wear hijab at schools in Aksum. I am not aware of any statement issued by Orthodox Church elders in support of the position taken by Muslim community. Rather, the church elders are silent, which shows their support for the decision by schools to ban those female students who wear hijab. There is no religious unity in Tigray. That is why Orthodox Church elders issued a separate statement and they sent a delegation to Addis Ababa. They should have created religious consensus and unity in Tigray, and then they should have sent a delegation to Addis Ababa. Maybe that would have been more effective. And they shouldn't have issued a statement in support of TPLF's position before sending a delegation to Addis Ababa. I don't think this delegation will achieve anything. Religious elders in Ethiopia have symbolic significance in most cases. Uh, they are significant, but only if they are united and if they are ready to be at the front. Generally, they generally some members of religious elites, they issue statements and the institutions don't take positions. Let's see what happens. I don't see this delegation deliver any results. Delegation will be visiting Addis Ababa. Second was heavy fighting erupted in Oromia between Fano and military. Fano groups are operating not just in Amhara but in Oromia too. In Oromia, Amhara people have organized themselves, armed themselves on Wareda level, on cavalry level mainly. And these people, or these armed groups, uh, they have contacts with armed groups in Amhara too. But we cannot say that they are offshoots of Fano groups of Amhara. They are separate armed Amhara groups, and they have been arming themselves to protect against attacks by military, by militias, pro-government, pro-Oromia government militias, and Romo Liberation Army. Heavy fighting erupted 2 days ago in East Valaga between local armed Amhara people, Amhara fighters, and the Ethiopian National Defense Force. The fighting happened in Karimo. Karimo has been a town, it has been the center of ethnic tensions in the past. It's a town in East Valaga. In the past, there several incidents happened there in Karimo involving a clash between Oromos and Amharas. Everyone is armed in Oromia. Amhara groups armed, they call themselves Fanos. Oromo locals armed too. Oromia government backed militias are armed too. Oromia regional forces armed. Oromo Liberation Army armed. Ola Splinter Group armed. Ethiopian National Defense Force armed. There's so many players operating in Valaga. Perhaps that is why Valaga has been seeing violence and violent attacks for several years because there is proliferation of weapons in Valaga. Fano groups making big claims about inflicting losses on military in Karimo. Military has been trying to disarm groups here. Military armed these groups, by the way, in the past, tried to pit them against each other. Now, military wants to disarm the local population, which is not easy to achieve. Fighting confirmed, not sure about which side suffered more losses. Thanks for watching.